A colony disappeared without a trace. Over 100 settlers gone. No bodies, no clues, just one cryptic word carved into a tree. Croatoan. What really happened to the Lost Colony of Roanoke? The year was 1590, on the unforgiving shores of Roanoke Island, now part of North Carolina. The fledgling English colony, a beacon of hope and ambition, vanished into thin air, leaving behind only whispers of a mystery that would echo through the centuries. Let's dive into one of America's oldest unsolved mysteries, a tale woven from equal parts historical fact and haunting speculation. Could a community of over 100 men, women and children simply vanish? The first stirrings of an answer lie in the relationships forged between the colonists and the native tribes. The island was not an uninhabited paradise. It was home to a people whose history stretched back far beyond the first European arrivals. Among these tribes, the Croatoans figure prominently. Under Chief Manteo, they maintained a fragile peace with the newcomers. They traded, shared knowledge, and offered the promise of coexistence. Some historians believe the colonists may have sought refuge with the Croatoans. This theory is supported by the word Croatoan, etched into a tree. Was it a signpost pointing to the colony's final destination, or a clue planted to mislead rescuers? Archaeological digs near former Croatoan settlements have unearthed European artifacts. These remnants whisper of interaction, of shared lives, and perhaps a merging of destinies. The image of English settlers adopting the ways of the Croatoans is compelling. It speaks to the adaptability of the human spirit, the will to survive. But it raises more questions than it answers. Did all of the colonists integrate, or just a handful? And if they did choose this path, what became of them? Did their descendants carry on their legacy, mingling with native tribes? The mystery of Roanoke is not just what happened, but how and why. Cultural assimilation offers a glimpse into a world where two societies found a way to coexist. While the theory of integration with native tribes paints a picture of cooperation and shared destiny, the historical reality of the era casts a long, dark shadow over this hopeful narrative. The arrival of the English, however peaceful their initial intentions, represented a threat to the existing order, a disruption to the delicate balance of power in the New World. The Spanish, with their own colonial ambitions firmly established in the Caribbean, viewed the English settlement at Roanoke with suspicion and hostility. They saw the English as rivals, competitors for the riches of this new land, and they were determined to thwart their every move. Could it be that a Spanish expedition, dispatched to eliminate their English rivals, reached Roanoke before any relief ships could arrive? The historical record is sparse, but accounts from the period speak of Spanish warships patrolling the coastline, their crews hungry for gold and glory, and utterly ruthless in their pursuit of both. Imagine, if you will, the terror of the colonists as Spanish soldiers, hardened by years of conquest, descended upon their settlement. The clash of steel on steel, the desperate cries of the outnumbered English, the smell of gunpowder and blood hanging heavy in the air. Did the Spanish, driven by imperial ambition and a thirst for dominance, wipe out the Roanoke colony, leaving no survivors to tell the tale? It's a chilling thought, but one that aligns with the brutality of the age. The Spanish were known to destroy evidence of their conquests, obliterating entire villages and leaving nothing but silence in their wake. Adding weight to this theory are whispers of a Spanish fort built on the mainland not far from Roanoke Island. Was this a strategic outpost, a base of operations for Spanish forces intent on eradicating the English presence in the region? The fort itself has long since crumbled back into the earth, but its very existence speaks to the fierce rivalry that gripped the New World. The possibility of a Spanish attack offers a stark counterpoint to the theory of peaceful integration with the Croatoans. It reminds us that the age of exploration was often a brutal and unforgiving time, fueled by greed, ambition, and a callous disregard for human life. Chapter 3. A harsh and unforgiving land. In the annals of exploration, the New World holds a place of both wonder and terror. It was a land of seemingly boundless resources and untamed beauty, but it was also a place of harsh realities, where survival was a daily struggle against the elements and the unknown. For the colonists of Roanoke, Ill-prepared for the challenges of this new environment, the very land they sought to tame may have become their undoing. Imagine, if you will, the plight of these early settlers, their dreams of a new life colliding with the unforgiving reality of their surroundings. The scorching summer sun beat down mercilessly, baking the land dry and making each breath a struggle for air. Crops withered and died, their promised bounty replaced by the gnawing fear of starvation. Disease, too, would have stalked the colony, its invisible hand reaching into homes and claiming victims with terrifying speed: dysentery, typhoid, malaria. These unseen killers would have ripped through the settlement, leaving behind a trail of suffering and despair. Medical knowledge at the time was rudimentary at best, and even minor ailments could prove fatal in this unforgiving environment. Then came the winter, a season of bitter cold and relentless storms. The colonists, their numbers already dwindling, would have huddled together for warmth, their meager supplies shrinking with each passing day. The wind howled outside their flimsy shelters, a constant reminder of nature's indifference to their plight. Could it be that the Roanoke colonists, weakened by hunger, ravaged by disease and battered by the elements, simply succumbed to the harsh realities of their environment? The thought is a sobering one, a reminder that for all our ingenuity and resilience, we are still at the mercy of the natural world. The absence of any mass graves or skeletal remains at the Roanoke site might argue against this theory, but the unforgiving nature of the environment could have erased all traces of their final moments. Bones left exposed to the elements, scavenged by animals and reclaimed by the earth itself. The cycle of life and death playing out on an empty stage. The possibility that the Roanoke colonists perished due to natural causes, their dreams swallowed by the very land they hoped to conquer, offers a poignant reminder of the fragility of human existence, especially when faced with the raw power of the natural world. Chapter 4. Whispers in the Darkness. From the moment the news of Roanoke's disappearance reached England, speculation ran rampant. The unknown has a way of inviting the most fantastical explanations, and in the absence of concrete evidence, the human mind, ever eager to fill in the blanks, conjured up tales that were as chilling as they were incredible. Some whispered of ancient curses, of a land possessed by restless spirits angered by the arrival of the newcomers. Local tribes, it was said, spoke of malevolent entities that haunted the island, vengeful spirits jealous of their ancestral hunting grounds. Others spoke of strange lights seen in the sky over Roanoke Island in the days leading up to the colony's disappearance. Could it be, they wondered, that the colonists had fallen victim to forces beyond human comprehension? Had they been abducted, whisked away by beings from another world? Such tales, dismissed by some as the ramblings of superstitious minds, nevertheless held a strange power. They spoke to a deep-seated fear of the unknown, a primal dread that lingered in the shadows of the human psyche. Legends arose of a Croatoan curse said to have been placed upon the colonists by a vengeful shaman angered by their intrusion. This curse, it was whispered, doomed the settlers to wander the earth forevermore, their souls forever bound to the island that had claimed them. Tales circulated of ghostly figures, sighted on moonlit nights, their forms shimmering and indistinct, their voices carried on the wind, whispering names and pleas for help that no living soul could answer. Fishermen claimed to have seen phantom lights dancing over the water where the settlement once stood, and travelers passing through the area spoke of an oppressive silence that hung over the island, as if all life had been extinguished by some unseen force. These stories, passed down through generations, became part of the fabric of local folklore, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown to captivate and terrify in equal measure. While lacking the historical or scientific rigor of other theories, the supernatural explanations surrounding Roanoke's fate offer a glimpse into the power of the human imagination, particularly when confronted with the inexplicable. Despite centuries of searching, the fate of the Roanoke colonists remains unknown. The mystery of their disappearance continues to fascinate and intrigue us, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. Did they find refuge with the Croatoans, their cultures merging into a new and unique blend? Were they victims of Spanish aggression, their lives extinguished in a brutal clash of empires? Did they succumb to the harsh realities of their environment, their dreams swallowed by the very land they hoped to conquer? Or did something more extraordinary, more inexplicable befall them? The answers, lost to the mists of time, remain elusive. Perhaps one day new evidence will come to light, shedding light on the fate of the lost colonists. Until then, we are left to ponder the possibilities, to weave our own narratives around the fragments of history and legend that have been passed down to us. But what do you think? Were they rescued or lost forever? Let us know in the comments.